Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Final Fantasy. In our last episode, we entered the Temple of Fiends past and completed the first few levels, defeating Lich in the process. In this episode, we're either going to finish the game or get to the part right before the end. The next area of the game is really where you're going to be tested in terms of patience and resources. It's really pretty straightforward. There's no it's not a maze or anything like that, but it can be very oh crap, I've been talking too long. It can be tedious. It's long. It's long. This is a kind of weird in that it's fire themed in the way the enemies that you'll be facing. For example, you will recognize the red giant here, as well as the Agama, both of which are really, whatever at this point in the game for us. I'm not even gonna waste my time attacking them with magic. Both my mages are going to be on full heal duty, probably for the rest of this floor, unless we encounter something just brutal. And the way they make these enemies, these are trivial at this point, but the way they make them difficult is that they're going to be throwing large numbers at us. So, whatever. Now, at this point, the way to get through is to go this way, through the door. And it's kind of difficult to see at times where the door is. Like, you would think that this is a door, it's not. We have to go that way. Ooh, gray worms. Now, again, if I'm not mistaken, which I guess I could be, we've fought these guys before. 280 hit points each. Weak to ice if you feel like using magic. But at this point, I'm not that, again, concerned about them. Eric is never at full health, ever. I need him to stay over 300 hit points. The problem is, like I said in a couple episodes ago, he's a glass cannon. Not a canyon, a cannon. A glass cannon. He just doesn't have the defense to withstand these kinds of attacks for an extended period. This is why these items are just absolutely crucial. You have to use these if you're encountering something trivial like this. Again, the gray worms were not that difficult. You have to use this time, kind of like I mentioned in the last episode, to you have to strategize to determine how you're going to approach each encounter. You might want to take a turn to heal instead of attack, just for future, for the next fight, because you never know what's going to happen. So again, we're encountering Agamas here. Now the thing with the Agamas is that they can cast fire attacks. So I think I'm going to focus on the Agamas instead of the red giant. The red giant's just melee. Whereas these other guys, they it could be a little more dangerous. See, there's the heat. And for Eric, it's again a little more dangerous than it is for anyone else because he has no defense. He's not wearing the ribbon. You know, the ribbon... If we could equip him with a ribbon, that would be wonderful, but it's just not the way of the game. In order to make him a viable character, he has to be naked, basically. Hopefully we get to heal him again this turn. Twice. Twice would be nice. Yeah, I would rather them go after my mages right now, to be perfectly honest. They're in less danger of dying than Eric. I could see Eric dropping again before the end. It's just the nature of the black belt / master. Alright, well, Eric leveled up at least. And now he's almost at 500 hit points, so actually... I think it might be a good idea. No, I don't want to waste. I don't want to waste. I'd rather... I'd rather get him... I mean, this is a substantial amount of hit points that he has now. So we can keep him pretty high in terms of hit points. Everyone else is topped off. So as you can see, it's just really him at this point. Okay, so here's where I'm going to not really do anything more in this area. If you go south from here, you will reach doors to the either side. You can kind of see them at the bottom of the screen here. Each door leads to a corridor with treasure. If you go down the left side, you will reach a protection ring and a second katana. I don't know why you would need 2 katanas unless you didn't get the first one, or unless you're somehow, for some reason, playing with 2 ninja, which is not something I could see. I would be very interested to see like an all-thief party. That would be something I would watch if someone out there did an all-thief run. I'm not gonna grab the protection ring. I mean the protection ring, because I already have all the protection rings I need. And I'm not gonna grab the katana because I don't have a black belt. Taking the right path down the right corridor will get you a protection cape, which we talked about last time. It's a shield, and I didn't get it in the last dungeon, so I'm not gonna grab it now. And then all the way down at the end of that corridor is a chest with 26,000 gil. At this point, gil is useless, so I'm not going to grab that either. So none of those 4 items, for me at this point in time, are worth the trip to go get, so I'm not going to get them. Instead, I'm going to go directly north from here into that stairwell to the down. But at that entrance, we're going to be fighting Carrie. You guys remember Carrie from the Gurgu Volcano. Carrie was the enemy there. Here we go. If you guys will remember, Carrie does 6 attacks. Since she has 6 arms, I guess that's the concept behind that. So quite the danger in terms of melee. Um, and you guys remember she will cast magic 38% of the time with fire, rub, fire 3, excuse me, fire 3, rub, fire 3, rub, fire 3, stun, fire 3, stun. So we're gonna go ahead and just go all out here. What I think I'm gonna do here, however, is probably do if I can get this off first, I think we might be able to take her out in one turn. And I think I might do anti-fire here. Wow. That was actually kind of hurtful. Well, hopefully we won't need the anti-fire for a second round of attacks from her. But in case that we don't kill her in this round, we'll be protected. Nope, we're definitely fighting a second round. Part of me wants to use slow on her, but I think she's immune. I think she might be immune. Grrr. I think she might be immune. Anyway, she'll definitely die this turn, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and heal for this round. And there you have it, dead. This is fine. Alright. So we have reached the next area here. This is a really long trek. We're at that we come down the stairs into the northwest corner of the this level, and our destination is going to take us all the way down to the southeast portion of the dungeon, or this floor. And this is actually what you would call the sunken shrine or water shrine floor, wherein the enemies here are water based. And we're going to try to carefully make our way. Here we go. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's not anything that we haven't seen. So for example, here we have the great white sharks and the big eyes. Again, the only thing that the big eyes can do that's dangerous is their gaze attack. So I think I'm gonna attack it with, and really Zeus gauntlets here, and the Thor hammer, bread and butter. And this round we'll just heal again. Hopefully we get a couple of rounds of heal off. Well, no, that's fine. Yeah, so again, nothing too difficult, other than the fact that you can expect you know, I guess high encounter rates and more what am I trying to say? Larger groups of enemies. It's again, this is how they artificially increase the difficulty of this area. Now again, waters, nothing too dangerous. I think I'll heal with one of you, and then the other one can use the Thor hammer. Just to make sure everyone stays, you know, topped off here. Ren did end up going below 300, so we want to make sure that doesn't happen. And I'm sure we could easily take these guys out with a Lightning 3, for example, but as you kind of gotten the pattern, we'll be fighting Kraken at the end here, so we want to save our magic just in case to the for the boss fights, because you never know when you're going to need like a high level magic to kind of, you know, kill. And we're looking good right now. We're looking really good. Jean and Eric are both at over 400 hit points. Ren's over 300. So is Bran. We just gotta keep it going. No, not Zeus. Heal. There we go. Yeah, there you go. Alright, Jean leveled up. And this is just a really annoying and roundabout way of having to go to get to the... Now this is obnoxious. But like I said, this is how they're going to artificially increase difficulty here. There's no question about the fact that, you know, we were fighting like 2 sea trolls and 1 lobster in our encounters in the Sunken Shrine, but here they're giving us, you know, this crap. I'm really considering, honestly, using a Lightning 3 to just, you know, end this situation here. And the lobsters are really the only danger. Lightning 3 doesn't share a magic level with anything, so I will use it, actually. Yeah, I think I'll just heal with... I don't think I'll need... Alright, that's 2 lobsters down. That's beautiful. Of course it's going to go after freaking Red. Of course it's going to go after Red. There was no doubt in my mind. Actually, I thought it would go after Eric. But also, Ren has bad luck. If you had to, you know, if the luck attribute actually did something, I would have to look at my luck to see, you know, why it is that my characters keep getting, certain characters keep getting targeted for such bullying. I would have to see. Because it seems to me that something is fishy here. And there you go. This time I'm not going to forget to trade them out. Although I don't think it matters which of the bottom two is in which order. I feel like rank gets hit a lot more often than Bran. Okay, here we go. And this is going to be our rematch with Kraken. And something I haven't mentioned, and I guess I've been kind of misleading in the way I've been talking about it. These rematches with Fiends that we've encountered in the past, they've all been more difficult than the ones that we fought in the actual temples. They, for example, in the last fight, Carrie was immune to status effects, unlike in the fight that we actually had with her in the Gurgu volcano. Kraken actually in this fight actually is easier. Than in the original, because Lightning 2 is now a 38% chance. I'm trying to talk. It's kind of late, and I'm kind of sleepy, so I'm kind of hazy in my head. Yes, so now 38% of the chance, 38% of the time, Kraken will use the lightning to attack. For those of us with ribbons, this is not going to be that big of a deal. And it is actually a good thing. Because 38% of the chance it's doing lightning too, that's 38% of the time that it's not hitting us with its really dangerous physical attacks. Actually, I'm actually looking to hit it with a slow. And just for good measure, might actually use anti-lightning, since I have 7 slots of it. Oh, that's unfortunate. No, this version of Kraken is not weak to lightning or anything like that, but you know, it would have been nice. Oh, so yeah, that now there you go. I got it off in time, and it's not really doing that much damage, which is fantastic. So I'm actually going to hasten. Man, I'm running out of hastes. This is actually not that good. I'm going to go ahead and start healing with Ren. That's... oh my god. This is actually... that's actually really bad. That did, what, 500 points of damage? That's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Well, if it hits Bran, we're screwed. We'll have to reset the game and start over. So hopefully, you know, the RNG actually does what it's supposed to do, and he attacks Jean or Eric. Because we're pretty much boned if he attacks Bran. Okay, well it's... Oh, no, it's not dead. Just unlucky, I guess. We should be able to kill it in this turn, though. But I'm gonna go ahead and heal anyway. Yep, there we go. Yeah, that's really bad. Oh, man. Oh, man, and actually, I wish I had stocked up on more heals at this point. I didn't think I'd be having to use so many heals here. Wow, I can't believe I've gone through half my heals. I shouldn't have used that last one. I didn't need to. I mean, that could have gone worse. Actually, when I read it first, I thought he was attacking Bran, and I was, going to cry. More or less. Alright, this takes us to here. And this is where I'm going to talk about another treasure that I'm not going to grab. This is the wind floor, I guess you could say. And, they're all been themed. The quickest path, and this is the reason I'm not gonna go for the Master Sword, the Masmune, is because this is by far the most dangerous room. There are some incredibly dangerous enemies. On this floor, and Masmune is... We're in the top left corner of the map. We're in the northwest corner of the map, and Masmune is far, 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 far to the southeast. So imagine, the main area of this floor is very symmetrical, but there's an offshoot off to the right that curls down and then back up, and that's where the Masmune is. And I'm simply not going to risk getting it. Okay, worms. Oh man, I was actually really worried. Worms are probably some of the least dangerous encounters we could be facing here, to be honest, which is kind of sad in a way. I'm gonna start off with heals. I'm not sure if... nobody needs them, but you never know if they might attack first, so... That's fine. Oh, critical hit. Well, thankfully we'll get some heals off this turn. Yeah, get Jean up in the 500s. Beautiful. We'll just go ahead and... yeah, I think we can just melee him down. I should have healed. Yeah, there's never any point in Ren doing physical attacks ever again. It's just... It's a waste. It's a waste of a turn. Okay, this is the way forward. Um, so I do want to talk about the Masmune because I didn't actually talk about it before when I was talking. The Masmune is the ultimate weapon. It is the most powerful sword in the game. Um, it can be equipped by any single character at any point in the game. Um, so, for example, if I don't know why you would do this, but if you made it to this point without the class change, even like fighter and thief could wield the Masmune. The thing is, um, it is better than the Excalibur, um, but it's not worth the trip. It would be worth the trip if I had a secondary person that is using melee attacks. Um, it's wasted. Even though he can use it, it would be wasted with Eric. Eric wouldn't be able to take full advantage of it. If I had a red wizard or a ninja or a second fighter, then I think it would be 100% worth getting. But as it stands, I don't think it's worth getting now. Because the Excalibur is not obviously not as good, but it's good enough that it's not worth the trip. And since Jean is the only one that's really using a weapon to attack, it's not going to be worth to get it for. I mean, both Ren and Bran could use it, but they're not going to be using melee attacks in the boss fight. They're going to be using magic. So there's just for this particular setup that I'm using with this party setup, it's not worth getting. Even though it is the single best item in the weapon in the game. So again, if you really want your fighter to have it, go for it. The trip is long and dangerous, and again, I can't say that it's worth it. It would be worth it if I had a second sword user, but I don't. So instead, I'm gonna go east down this little hallway and go ahead and finish this part of the dungeon. We're fighting Tiamat a second time, and Tiamat is dangerous. Let's see, what can I tell you about Tiamat this round? Tiamat has lost the weakness to poison that it previously had. It will now cast itself 50% of the time. Will cast Bane, Ice 2, Lightning 2, and Fire 2. And the other 50% of the time will do something else. It has 25% chance to do one of its 4 attacks that deal a lot of physical damage, or 25% of the chance it will do Thunder, Poison, Blizzard, and Blaze, which it did originally, but now it's also combined with those weak spells that it might cast. I think we're better off if it's casting those attacks, because I would rather it do magic, attempt to do magic damage to us, than hit us with the 4 attacks that can deal between 75 and 150 points of damage. 4 attacks that do 150 damage is just something that none of our characters can really afford to take on the chin right now. I'm gonna save. I don't know, whatever. I was gonna. Never mind. I'm just gonna attack it. I'm wondering. This is what I'm saying. I think I'm gonna save my fast. It's just, I'm just thinking it's such a shame that I never got to use a nuke. It really is. I might yet get to use it. I don't know if this is what I want. I think I will. I think I will. I'll start healing. Poison smoke. What? Just, it's absolutely retarded. Absolutely stupid. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I don't know that this is going to do any good. I mean, I don't need to heal, but I just can't believe that this is just such a recurring theme. Good grief. Yeah, it's just not even worth attacking with. It's just not worth it. I don't even care. It's not gonna do anything. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable that it did that much damage. And it's just, will you just die? Really, just please. Oh, this is probably the worst fight we've had in a while. Oh my God. Nope. That's not what I meant. Thunder's is a little bit worse, but still, I would rather it do that than hit Sheen for another 300 points of damage. And if Sheen could just... There we go. It's just... That's not good enough. That is just not good enough. What is going on? That's just... It's not... It's... I know it has a high absorb. But this is just not good enough. And I'm not willing to waste a fast right now. It's too late in this battle to be doing that. So Fire 2 is next if it does something. Hopefully it continues to do anything but physical attacks. Yeah, it's fine. Fire 2, I will take that. Fire 2 is not bad. And we're healing more than it's doing. Every time Ren and Bran both get to do their healing, they're both healing for more than Tiamat is damaging us. This is just not. We're never gonna chip away at it at 32. I have to use fast. I have a bad feeling that I'm gonna get a party wipe here. Yep. Oh my god. 4 hits at 4. Like, this is just... I have a bad feeling. And if I could have a house, if I could use a house, but obviously you can't use a house in a dungeon. Finally. But in terms of wasted resources, that was just incredibly bad. Like, I can't sustain this, you know? It's just not going to work much longer. If something like this happens again, I'm pretty sure we're screwed. This is not the first time Eric dies. And hopefully it is the last time. This is ridiculous. I need Jean over 500. I think that's fine. We've somehow, for the most part, managed to keep our managed to keep most of my spell slots. No more battles, no more battles, no more battles, no more battles, no more battles. Okay. My understanding is I've actually never beaten this game. So I'm not really sure what's to come here. But it's my understanding that there are no encounters on this floor. So hopefully that is the case. It seems to be the case. And naturally, I can't use a house, can I? Like, there's no way, right? Not enough room here. But I can? But if I found enough room, then I could? Oh, no. No. I can't sleep here. It was too much to ask. Well, I'm going to call it here. And in the next episode, we're going to finish the game. That's right, cliffhanger. So, join me next time for the grand finale of Final Fantasy. Thank you for joining me up to this point, and I'll catch you guys next time.